Ooh, I guess it's that time. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Where should we go from here? You guys wanted me to report on this. I'm very baffled as to why. And that baffling has come full circle because my confusion has not been met with optimistics at all. I'm very deterred about everything that has happened, and I will make this as short as humanly possible because I don't want to go through this. I went through talking to DJs, okay? And that was very unpleasant for me, having to sit there and listen to DJs over and over again. But I contacted a few. And DJs are harder to reach than you think. And I had to talk to some of them that were in Houston. I know a few Houston DJs. But that's not the point. The main point was that I know none in Toronto, not one. Here's the thing about the DJs that I run across. Most of them travel. They travel and go to Toronto and do work there. So a lot of the DJs I talk to is like, okay, now that covers both sides of the spectrum. Okay? So everybody wants to know, did Drake ban Not Like Us song in Houston and Toronto? Do I believe he did? Absolutely. And from talking to these guys who went out there to DJ, they have been met with, no, don't play that record. If you coming in here in this club, do not play that record. You know, Drake people come here, don't play that record. In Houston, the DJs have told me rather different things. It's an environment feel. If you in a certain area, you do not play that record because Drake has Jay Prince. He got a lot of people around that are like glued to Drake. There's his friends or whatever, and they have a lot of influence in these clubs. Don't do it. Like if Drake is there, you're not gonna play that record. So you just don't do it. It's not a big deal. You just don't play the record. But there are some places in Houston where they do play the record and nothing has happened. But one DJ says what he would do is play the instrumental and then play the Not Like Us at just the instrumental and just the hook. That's what he would do in the clubs. So he's saying we don't even play the lyrics. It's the instrumental and the hook. So the crowd just be shouting, they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. That's it. That's the only thing they would play. And they really frowned upon that. They don't want that song getting any spins in the nightclubs out there. But the people are playing it everywhere. In Toronto, in the malls, they're playing it. They're playing it in the parking lots, in their cars, everywhere. They're playing this record. Nothing's happening to these people. They're not getting beat up. Nobody's coming in there threatening their lives. Nothing. It's just the places that Drake has pull in naturally he makes sure that they don't play the record. He said, imagine a midget leprechaun controlling a bunch of grown men. Oh my God. I wouldn't call Drake a midget like that. They not like us. They not like us. Well, genuinely, they're not. But I just wanted to address it. Y'all like, man, you running from it. Not running from it. I mean, I did a video about Childish Gambino making a Drake diss. I have made about 5 videos in a row that had nothing to do with Drake. Nothing. Nobody said a word. Now, where does that leave us on the front of this mess? Well, no one really cares. I played Not Like Us yesterday. Didn't play the video yesterday, but I played the song. It's in the car, came on in the playlist. Still the song of the summer. And people are still playing the record. Still in the top 5. Been in the top 5 for 2 months, 3 months now. Drake trying to keep himself in the media by putting up memes that mean absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, one DJ said he went to Toronto to do a show, and he was met with some tension about not playing Not Like Us, and this was by not the owner, the manager of the club. Told him, "Don't come here playing that record. We got to tell all the DJs that's coming here. We know it's the #1 record, but you know this club here, Drake comes here, he spends a lot of money, so this is business. That record don't get played in here." And he was like, all right. But the same thing, one DJ told me they played Like That and didn't even know it was a Drake diss record. They played Like That like when it first came out. It was the hottest record. Everybody liked it, and they were singing Like That. Only after he got through, they was like, how could you disrespect Drake like that? He was cool with you. And, you know, like you was one of his boys and you played Like That in the club. He's like, what's that got to do really with Drake? And they was like, you don't hear dude going at him on the record? And that was the first time he ever paid attention to it. He said, oh, I really didn't. It was just a hot record. Everybody liked it. So that's all I played it. I don't have no problems with Drake. So that's another situation. It just wasn't big enough on a scale to get the attention, because Not Like Us is the biggest record in basically the world, #1. But Like That was also in the top 10 for a very long time. Yeah, I mean, Euphoria got more spins because of Not Like Us. But I listened to Meet the Grams the other day. So, like, to me, like I keep telling you, it all depends on what you like. That's it. It depends on the person. What is your preference? I know they didn't send out any notifications for this. We understand. We get it. But I wanted to get this off because I wanted to get this off. It's not going to be a long live stream because there was nothing there. I talked to some DJs yesterday and they told me DJs don't normally get up to like the afternoons because they work nightclubs and they are out to 2, 3 in the morning. He was like, dude, we work to 2, 3 in the morning, then we kick it for another 2, 3, 4 hours. Then we go to sleep at like 9. We get up at like 2 in the afternoon. So he's like, dude, trust me, we're DJs are like night owls. You know, I'm not a morning DJ. I'm a club DJ. So I'm getting my gear set up for the next show. Yeah, they would come in and like start out the DJ, and the one guy he working with 2 DJs. He hated that. He was like, "Man, my setup guy is terrible. He come there and set it up and mess up everything the way I like it set. So I got to come in and fix his work, then get set up. So I got to make sure the line is right." He's like, "Dude, be trying to sabotage me though." He's like, "That's what I think," but he worked for the club, so it's one of those situations. You got to listen to a whole bunch of DJ stories to get your answer. So I had to endure sitting through a whole bunch of DJ, you know, gear talk, which I know nothing about being a DJ. Baca was caught playing Not Like Us in the club. It's a video someone posted. And yes, it was real. Well, if he did that, he would be fired. There's no more Baca Not Nice. It's Baca's unemployed. Yeah, I've had a very interesting day. We're up at 4 or 5 in the morning talking with Gilbert Arenas again. He saw my video. What's up, Juan? Yeah, so right. So a lot of the Houston DJs I know, they play in strip clubs, they play everywhere. So they've telling me that in certain areas it is true, but not really as much as they're blowing it up to be. They're giving it a lot of press when it's not even like that everywhere. Some people they just don't care. Like Drake don't come in their club. They don't have any pull in their neighborhood. They play the song, period. But there's certain places that you can't play that record because of the influence. No, the dog food wasn't sent by Drake. I told y'all that. It wasn't sent by Drake. It was actually a real person who just messed up. And they called me. I don't know how they got my damn number, but they called my phone and actually showed up here and uh and came to get the dog food. They messed up the order. So it was actually a real mistake by somebody. I apologize to you, Drake, about the dog food. Sorry about that. My apology. I thought that came from you because the name was very weird. I've never seen a name like that in my life. And I get a call from somebody from that weird effing name. You wanted the dog food back. And he came and picked it up from outside the door. No, not that dog food wasn't cheap. They spent a lot for that dog food. Dude, that's dog food. You ain't finna go get no more dog food. Those were just snacks. There was a whole thing of snacks. So you can imagine how terrible this thing was. I never, my thing is, I never cared. Like that's not my concern. Like I don't wake up every day thinking like, man, I wonder what Drake's doing today. I don't care. Just don't. It don't interest me. Oh, great. They're already arguing about they're already arguing about football. Hmm. All right, I'll take care of that when I get to it. Now, what's up, Jerome? See, but here's the thing. Nobody is stopping Drake from doing that. Drake is the one that's really pushing and fanning for this. He's the one that's pushing the narrative like he's the big goon. Like I could stop you. He's putting this whole publicity thing in the air. Like he could stop the record. How you stopping a record that's number one in the country? All you gonna do is piss people off who want to hear the record. Now, what if they say you put out a diss record and you think they're gonna play it in Compton now? But when you start blocking people from doing shows out there in Canada and trying to stop people's money who ain't had nothing to do with it, now you messed up every Toronto artist that's trying to travel and come out here and do business and other things, and they don't even have anything to do with Drake, but they come from Toronto. Now they might have trouble getting business somewhere because he's a Toronto artist. They won't let nobody from TDE come out there, and they trying to stop our money. You ain't finna come to Cali and post up now. Now they got to check in. Now these some local artists that's trying to make money to pay some bills. Now you just did that to Schoolboy Q. How's that gonna look for you going to New Orleans? How's that gonna look like for you going to all of these other shows, Carolinas? Do you think that's gonna be cool for you to go to North Carolina? All right. Schoolboy Q got a lot of pull there, bro. He put in a lot of work. It's a lot of people that respect him over there. It's a lot of people that respect him, not outside of just LA. It's not like that. Yeah, I did a review on that song, and I guess Drake didn't like my review. And I didn't even go into the full Patreon version of it. The Patreon version of it is brutal. It's brutal. Yeah, it's a bad look for Drake. Drake think it makes him look tough because he's a clown. See, when you're a clown, you do a lot of activities that don't align with the overall perspective of what a real man is supposed to do. If you move like a clown and you have clownish behavior, you start to see these things pile up on you. And once it's compiled against you, you start seeing the cracks in the ceiling, as other people would say. And once that aligned, you start saying, oh, okay, I get it now. They weren't playing. Well, Drake already has a new reference track for it. I haven't even heard a new Drake song, so but I guess it's on some simpy song stuff, right? It ain't no nothing hard. He coming like singy songy. Um, yeah, he was sounding exactly like Drake, but from people that are huge Childish Gambino fans told me that's how Childish Gambino rapped. And Drake stole his style and ran with it. So he went back to rapping the way he did and how he used to rap before Drake borrowed his flow without permission. What's the name of this Drake song? So I can check it out. Is it on Drake's page? Did he endorse this song? Kai, the one he was supposedly mad at. Now he comes back because he needs him. See, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you these dudes got no power, man? He was mad at Casanat for saying that Kendrick Lamar's song was dope. He wouldn't answer his call no more, like a bitter little chick. Then when she calms down, realizes this is how she got to eat. She calls him back. Casanat does not need Drake at all. So it's like, I don't need you, homie. I don't need you. I'm doing you a favor. So Drake gotta be cool, even though he don't like dude. So this is what I try to tell you. They have no power. Drake has no power there. Casanat is always going to be bigger than because his thing is not consistent on being tied to Drake. Oh, he didn't leak it with academics this time. I wonder why. See, they listen. They listen. He said, well, This went left. Let me see what I could do here now. No, that hasn't been the case. Good afternoon. Drake snippet? Like, how long is it? Let me see here. Drake snippet. Oh, Little Yachty? Oh, Yachty wrote it. But let me see what he's talking about. Meet y'all for a second.
We gon' party like it's your birthday.
Council meeting after accusing Ukraine of carrying out a terror attack that severely damaged that bridge.
I had to rebuild my life over with $6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know you feel like
Fuck, this nigga's crazy. He's 25 years old. Why you still talking about child support? I still $5,000 a year when it was with me. That's why I took his mother to child support, because the bitch thought that she was supposed to get that much more, she wanted more. I told that motherfucker nothing.
That niggas want. Look, said, look, you know I don't never ask for shit, man. But I was thinking, nigga, could nigga get a little extra $6,700 a month for the shit we been doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend on fire up in
That niggas play too much.
Oh, wow. Well, Drake, you had a hell of a run. It's over, dog. Damn, I didn't know this was going down. Oh my God. It ain't that the song is bad. It's bad for Drake. Because this is Lil Yachty's song. This is clearly a Yachty song, a syrupy, pill popping song. Hell, I wanted to pop a pill. I was like, damn, I need some pills. I got a headache. Oh my God. The harmonizing is off, so it's definitely not engineered right. It's definitely not finished. It sounded like a Yachty song that Drake had. They probably had this in the vault or they was working on it, but you know, he didn't hijack Yachty swag and downloaded it. He made it worse. Hell, it's his song. It probably would sound better if Drake wasn't on it. Cleopatra, I don't care about her ethnicity. I'm like, what the fuck is you even rapping about, dog? He put down his MC brain. And I'm thank God I didn't watch it from a Casanat live stream. Because his live stream is him with a shirt off with a red hat. I don't even want to see that. Now, Spotify and Apple were questioned about using Drake's house for the album art, as Drake feel like this can bring a lot of danger to where he lives, but he's already posted where he lives. And it doesn't really tell his address. It just posts the house. Like, that's not illegal because it's on public file and record. Giz, man. We did a video, man. You see your boy Sebastian talking about Kobe? Oh my God. I don't know which way you gonna rock with that one. I don't know which way you rocking on that one. Exactly. So if it's on public record, right, the embassy has been common knowledge for a long time. It's been compromised. It's had a whole lot of things going on with it. So without a shadow of a doubt, that is it. He said, I can't remember the last Drake song I heard in the club. Absolutely. Drake better spend his money wisely. I agree. Did he diss Soldier Boy? I tell you the truth, I haven't paid attention to one word in there except for he said about something about Cleopatra's her true ethnicity and all of that. That's about all I heard. Other than that, it was just a bunch of moaning and whining and crying, and it was putting me back to sleep. I was like, damn, I probably had to go back to sleep, take another nap. I mean, he shouldn't even be mentioning Soldier Boy, actually, because Big Soldier is actually responsible for Drake. Drake, you came in stealing this dude's lines and everything. So why are you even talking? I mean, he did. He came in the game rocking Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy was his inspiration coming into the game. And '07, Soldier Boy, when he had, what was he had that song, Crank That? And all the songs he had on the mixtapes. Drake had all of those records. He was cranking the Soldier Boy. This was his guy. He was putting his lyrics into his early songs, mixtapes, everything. Soldier Boy lyrics, taking line. Well, blasted in your car doesn't mean it's banned. Ain't like you getting pulled over and the cop's gonna be like, hey, roll the windows down. Was that not like us playing out your car? Yeah, all right. Step out the vehicle. No, it's not. It's not like that. What they're saying is like in the clubs and stuff. She's like, look, I blasted in my car. Nah, you probably got here a little late, but yeah, we've already addressed it. I've spoken to a lot of DJs in Houston. Yes, and in certain parts of Houston, they don't play the record. Like they do feel some tension to play it, but you know not to play it there. You're gonna probably get beat up on your way to the car. So they know not to play the record over there. You know, they wouldn't do that to to the area. Plus, Drake normally in a lot of these clubs, he come in to these clubs and frequent. So they like the fact that he comes to their club. If they play Not Like Us in there, he's not going to show up. He said, oh, okay, I don't go to the club. Nobody's scared of Jay Prince. The last time I heard that, I don't know where that guy is. No, I don't think nobody did. I think he's just been declared missing. And no one knows where he is or where will he ever be found ever again. So yeah, that was the last thing that guy said too. Nobody's scared of Jay Prince. And he just disappeared. It's mysterious. One day he just decided, I don't want to talk to my family, my boss. I don't need my car, my wallet. I don't need nothing. My cell phone, I don't need that either. He just disappeared. He's swimming with the fishes. He's probably fish food. I don't know. I just know he just one day woke up and decided he didn't want to talk to nobody in the world no more. And that's all anybody ever known. Only thing Wack 100 got shook is the Cupcake Factory. That's about it. Wack 100 got the Cupcake Factory shook. He gonna be don't you dare hold out on that creamy feeling. I've been buying y'all cupcakes for years, and this used to have more creamy feeling in it. Look at this. There's barely any cream in there. I want to talk to the general manager of this cupcake facility. Now, other than that, that's the only thing he's in charge of that he's concerned about right now. Where's his clients? Who's he representing? Blueface, Bluetooth, or whatever his name is? Where he at? Jail. Christian Rock, right? Where's she at? Jail. So both of them are in jail. Who's his other artist? The Game. The Game can't make a damn $2 in the business no more. He might be losing his house due to this judgment from this woman here in Chicago. That he allowed an IG model who was some type of actress in a false lawsuit had informed the Game not to show up to court. And to defy him, the city of Chicago said, oh, he thinks he's too big. He ain't even got to go to court. Judgment for this plaintiff for $7 million. The Game ain't got no $7 million. All he had to do was go to court the first time around. Then he came the next time, and they was like, oh, now you want to come to court. Too late now. Nope, appeal denied. Boom. Plaintiff, you got to pay her. We're going to show you. Now he out here messed up because he chose to roll with Wack. Wack is a bodyguard. He's a guard dog. He's no doggone manager. He gonna manage to have you in the unemployment line. That's what he gonna do. He managed to have the Game and Meek Mill go into a beef. Then he was trying to say, hey, why don't you go with Rick Ross? You know, Rick Ross is out there and you cool with Drake. So this gonna look good for us. You go with Rick Ross. He went and made a diss record on Rick Ross just out the blue. And it was like, you think Rick Ross is finna rap for you? Nah, you finna get an Instagram post for him to promote some more stuff. Yo, this is Rose in my Bellier Rose ring, and don't forget to go to Wingstop. Yeah, 15% off coupons. Download it below. That's all he finna do. We got the content. Wack 100 right now has been in this trial with Keefy D. And when he went there with Keefy D, the main thing, the only thing that he was discussing in that trial was that made any type of sense is he had to tell the truth after all the lies he told before, saying that him and Vlad discuss what they gonna talk about before they talk about it, and it's all entertainment, meaning I'm lying. 90% of the time, I'm lying. That's what he said. And he went in front of the judge and had to say that me and Vlad, that's just entertainment. Don't use that against me. What I say in interviews, I'm just doing that for entertainment. So he already admitted he's a liar. So imagine that. Big bad Wack. The liar. Mm-mm-mm. It was God plan to show you the liar. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He a dumbass Negro. 69 God. He a Dan, he a dumbass Negro. 69 God, dumbass Negro. 69 God. Hey, run for your life. He a Dan. He a Dan. Dumbass Negro. 69 God. Hey, protect your life. That's what I'm saying. All of these people are like really playing a gambit game. They acting like they got something could nobody get. Like, yeah, could nobody get what I got? I'm like, dude, I walked away from 2.2 million because I wanted morals and integrity. This was back in 2016. I walked away from that deal. Mm-hmm. He didn't. Did he send him another song besides that that Super Soak song? Because if that's the fire you talking about, Elvis, then you must be into all that syrupy little yachty rap. That is not for me. If he think that's the way back, God bless you. Cause that ain't the way back, homeboy. That ain't the way back at all. No, a lot of people become unhinged when they talk to certain people, or they like I've seen it, like people around us. Dog, I did turn down. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I did walk away from a $2.2 million deal. Y'all must not understand who I am in this whole thing. Like, I was bigger than these dudes early on, making 500,000 views per video. Like what they are getting now, I got in 2016. Me and academics were the only ones really getting views like that. We were neck and neck in views. Mine were probably a bit higher. My Truth Behind series was kicking ass. He was talking about gangbangers in Chicago that he knew nothing about. He wasn't even talking about rap. He was just reporting on, looking to see if somebody died in the neighborhood and all this, and just creating narratives. I was talking about hip hop, people we actually knew of. He lost a $270 million deal. I don't know what rapper could lose that except for Kanye West. Will Dame Dash ever make it through that scenario? Well, it's a play that I keep trying to tell y'all that happens constantly. Drake has no confidence in his music. And when you don't have confidence, you're not gonna win a rap battle. That's just no confidence mean you're not gonna win a rap battle. Straight up and down. That's just what it is. If you don't have confidence in your skills and your ability, this just shows and proves right what Absol was trying to tell him. Just to be clear, you can't mess with homie. Go on and do your slippery slope. Right, continue down your mode of doing that. Don't go down the mode of I'm going to just be stuck in this situation over and over again when there's no resolution. Right. The hard part 6 didn't have any heart in it. It was all empty. Easy listening rap ain't gonna get you through this, buddy. Coming with some mellow, easy listening rap crap ain't gonna work for you. You gotta grab that mic, go in that booth, and be able to come up with something hot and some fire. You can't wait for somebody to write it for you. They can't write your confidence. It didn't appear on your IG, Drake page. Every song Kendrick has released came out on his IG. He backed it all up. He dropped it under his name. He didn't leak it to nobody. He put it out himself to let you know the difference between you and him. He's a man, and he had to make you try to be a man. You was trying to pretend to be a man. I'm going to be a man like Kendrick. I'm going to put it out on my page now. It took you about 2 weeks to own up to the push-up song. Then once everybody was liking, like, oh, they like it. Okay, I'm going to put it on my page. Stop using internet profiles to promote and test your music. Because let it be clear, y'all. This is what he is doing. He's testing the music. This was a test to see if the public likes it or not. If they don't like it, if it gets a lot of dislikes, oh, that's an old song that I was working on. I'm not. He's scared to put out music. The album he had, he basically destroyed, pushed it back. He said, I remember Sino. Mm-hmm. Yep. Who's advising this man? He's making all the wrong moves. LL got a song coming out against Hove called Basquiat something. It's supposed to be a LL Cool J diss. I mean, a Jay-Z diss. I don't know. We gonna have to see. Will he bring Hove out? He already dissed him before. And Jay-Z didn't respond. I don't think Jay-Z gonna respond to LL. He ain't gonna want that heat at all. When did he diss Jay-Z? Man, y'all gotta go watch the Truth Behind. I got all them Truth Behind videos in there. Type in the Truth Behind Jay-Z and LL's Cool J. And if my video pop up, you already know what time it is. It's there. I don't know what's corny about LL Cool J. No, not at all. You got to understand that these people who are in this situation don't understand the process of what's going on. All right. Hip hop is a contact sport. Somebody said that before. I don't know who said that, but that's funny. But I've heard somebody say that, probably on a YouTube video or something. But I've never been one to just hold something against somebody just because I don't like them. If the song was hot, I would tell you it was hot. No. A lot of people feel that way. LL ain't never lose a battle to no cannabis. Well, when Drake don't have his when he don't have his machine behind him, well, the thing is that a lot of people will catch strays right along with him. LL had the women's support, plus he had the dudes buying the records too. Don't trip. You think uh the song the lounging remix, dudes wasn't riding around bumping that? Who do you love? Are you for sure? That Hey Love joint, dudes was bumping that too. That was more like an R&B track. But if you try to think, oh, that's just soft, I can come out to LL, you take your head off. There are a lot of different instances that are happening in real time. And when you don't understand the main objective of what you're trying to accomplish, you can be derailed like that. So it takes a large portion of people knowing what's happening here. Well, LL Cool J don't come close to Tupac. I wouldn't say that. I mean, here's the thing. Tupac is more street than LL Cool J. Like he got way more hardcore records than LL. LL was more lyrical. And if they ever got in a rap battle, Tupac would lose in a lyrical battle with LL Cool J. But here's the thing about Tupac, his consistency. His consistency. He was ferocious. And he was more politically conscious than LL. That's where he had an advantage. LL was conscious only on the surface. He never really went into the political conscious rap. Like back in those days, this is what hurt him when they said he was ahead of his time with Walking with a Panther. And he was criticized heavily for that album, mainly because of the cover of the album. He's got champagne, he got a Black Panther on a leash, you know what I'm saying? And Diddy basically ran with that. Biggie and them, they ran with that whole thing and they were loved and cheered for it. But LL came out with that in '89 and was like revered. Totally different. Oh no, dude, LL is not the guy you think. If you think he was running from a battle, nah, that ain't his style. Hmm. Yeah, well, he said, "Oh no, LL ain't never won. Y'all must be tripping. Y'all must be tripping." Oh no, 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 no. It's getting crazy hectic around here because things are going to improve and they're gonna step up to a whole nother showdown. It's gonna be continuous. Jabs are gonna be thrown by Drake because he can't help himself, because he can't accept the L. But I ain't want to do this to Drake, but because I was trying to get past all this so we can get to the other topics, and that's why we were doing that. But you know, I'll probably release it on the Patreon. As if you go on the Patreon today, you're gonna see we got the Shannon Sharp, uh, what's going on with him and Club Shay Shay, and the fact that he's, you know, getting a lot of pushback from Oprah and Tyler Perry, Taraji, and all these other things that happen. So you're gonna see what happens down the line, and mm, there's so much going on, and Michi X is back. What, was she in jail or something? He said Michi X is back. I'm like, I didn't really deal with some of those people. Mm. Nas, would he be able to battle Tupac? No. That wouldn't. Nas is the better rapper, but he wouldn't be able to battle Tupac in a rap battle. No, it's not going to happen. Tupac is too much for that. No way would Pac be in there. I mean, would Nas get in the ring and want to get in the ring with Pac? He didn't. He wanted to throw his little lines, but that was it. That's why he knew to get out quick. That ain't something he wanted to be a part of. That energy Pac had, too brutal. If Pac had lived, we was finna have the epic war of all wars in rap battle. Let me see this. Okay. That's something else entirely. He said, like I said, Pac already smoked Nas. No, no. Pac had a lot. I mean, Nas had a lot of slick lines, but he couldn't, in a full out rap battle, he couldn't mess with him. Come on. What are we talking about? They're not in the same bracket. Y'all made a short video long. I tell you that. This was going to be a short video. Y'all turned it to a long one. What Tupac needed to be dealing with, or what he needed to be focused on, was Prodigy. Now, Prodigy was built to go at Tupac. Pac would have swallowed him, though. Pac would have came after him with aggression, but P would have been all in. That somebody was all in on that. You done dissed his health and everything, and he wasn't even dissing you, and you threw him in it. That's where it went up. This should definitely be the topic. Oh no, man, Prodigy was brutal. And his response to hit him up, my goodness. Boy, he was ready to take Mobb Deep out. He was ticked. He heard that boy, Parker, man, are you kidding me? Drop a gem on him, son. That drop a gem on him was brutal. Mobb Deep was nobody at that time. Are you kidding? That was one of their biggest times. See, this is their sophomore album. Shook Ones was their biggest song at the time. What are you talking about? They said not in California. Tupac would have been in the studio that day. Yep. 2 years after Shook Ones. Exactly. And they was already known from Shook Ones. Oh man, Pac was listening to all them shots Nas is taking at him on the album. Fake thug, no love. You catch the slug. CB4 gusto. You no love though. I didn't know till I was drunk though. Freak niggas played out. Get fucking 8 out. Prostitute turn itch. I got the gauge out. 96 ways are laid out. Ooh, the good FELLA. Purple AK spray. Man, that message, and it was the message. I'm gonna let y'all niggas know one thing. There's one life, one love, so there could only be one king. Oh man, he said it all. And that was the intro to the song that everybody loved, If I Rule the World. That was his lead single. He played that part right there before it came on. So Pac saw that when he saw the video. And then he already felt the Fugees was dissing him, which they clearly was. The Fugees album, Wyclef was dissing Tupac on every song. I didn't catch the disses until Cowboys came out. When I heard Cowboys on the album, I said, oh, yeah, he definitely going at Tupac. Because everybody's like, the Fugees never dissed him. Shoot, go back there and listen to the Fugees Cowboys and listen to Wyclef. Wyclef he's with Haitian Jack. Like that's his people. I mean, Jimmy and all them, Jimmy Henchman and all them, those are his peoples. So all them dudes that got Pac back in 94, Wyclef is cool with all of them. Wyclef was sneak diss and tough. Not just because they Haitian, they happen to know each other in this business. Jimmy was helping a lot of people, get on. They ain't have a lot of money, dog. They had to go get street money. Nah, he didn't have that energy when he saw Tupac because they had blew up. They became super famous off that album. They sold millions and millions of records based off of Lauren, but they sold like 6 million records. So everybody want to be cowboys. I mean, dog, if you listen to the lyrics to Cowboys, and you think Wyclef wasn't dissing Tupac, you are out your mind. Man, let me see if I can pull up the lyrics to Cowboys. They got a music video and everything for Cowboys, dog. Yeah, this was Pace One was on the song with him. It start off with that. Outsiders up in here. That's what happened on the block every day. So you want to be a cowboy. Everybody get your guns and meet me in the back right now. Ole. Everybody wants to be a cowboy. 45 by my side. Do we live? No, the nigga die. You shot your bullet. But the bullet went desperado, new word for the rude boy. Wyclef Pace won. That's how the West was won. This is how the West was won. Our motto is a true desperado. Rappers that want to be actors. So they play the Jesse James call-up card, right? And get their bones fractured. And ain't got no guns. You off to the precinct. Inside tough guys are feminine like Sheena Easton. Woman cry, women cry, her son still dies. Thrown off the building like the fall guy. Caved in the grave because you didn't know how to behave. Playing cowboy, now you sleep with the slaves. How the desperados selling bottles like they in the alley on some villain shit. Wearing a mask like Jim Carrey. With the gat cocks, stinking up the crack spot. Pace One dies with both eyes on the jackpot. The town that the beggars eat cat and crowder from. The Sundance Kid in the everyday purse snatcher. If you see him coming, you better start running like a terrorist. I guarantee you, he be humming dynamite. Let's skip this town like Harlem Nights. Yeah, Wyclef and them was dissing. Well, there's a lot to unpack. No, I mean, mm-mm-mm. Cardi B called black women roaches and they still love her. I don't even know why, but they all judge people because of the music. And black women, they don't hear that stuff anyway. I just don't even care. I don't really deal with Cardi B or none of that stuff. So, No, not really. I don't see it that way. Does Kendrick have a release date yet? No, I think he's waiting on Drake to drop, and then he's gonna drop his. But I'll be more concerned about DJ Mustard's release than anything, you know. So we'll wait on that. Because whenever Drake decides he's gonna drop, I can pretty much almost guarantee Kendrick's gonna drop right with him, and then we're gonna see. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to track 5. You know what track 5 is? That's the most anticipated. That's coming. Mm. Drake need ghostwriters to save his life. He would have never been famous without them. Oh, that's true. You know, that doesn't mean anything. Um, but this live stream has been live. We talked about a whole lot of stuff that was bigger than the actual topic itself. So just reading y'all comments in the chat made this thing go longer. So now let me go ahead to making some content. So hopefully I'll see y'all on the Patreon because we got a lot of stuff we finna unpack over there. And we got a lot of stuff that's going to be damaging to Drake. That's going to be coming up within the next couple of days. So I've just been holding off on it, but we'll wait. I'm out.